Hi traders, Adam Ryan here with Optic Trading, and welcome back to another recap video covering crude oil, or should I say covering balance. It seems like all we've been doing is balance. And for the last couple weeks, I've been talking about balance over and over again. We've been in one balance area, the market will break out, and then we'll form another balance area. So I may sound like a broken record in some instances, but that is actually a good thing because that's going to help you guys internalize the information. When you hear these things over and over and over again, it's going to help you keep and retain that information. So today we actually had some interesting price action. This balance area has been doing some interesting things. So I want to point out what I'm seeing along here, what the price action was for today, what did I see today that was interesting, as well as what are we looking at going forward in the days to come. So one thing I don't like about this balance area that I liked about trading it was the balance area failures that we got yesterday. So while the balance area failures are great to trade, they weaken the balance area when we actually break. And the reason for that is because when we take out this balance area low in here, there's a lot of stops that we've just cleared out. When we take out the balance area high, we've cleared out a lot of stops up here. So it's not going to be as strong as if we've never broken out at all. Not to say that we can't still trend out of here, it's just that it does weaken the move a little bit. So that's something I don't like to see when we're going to take a break. Now, one thing I do like is that overnight we've made the 52-week high. So the yearly high has came overnight, and we've had strong excess highs on that overnight, which kind of extend the balance area. So I'm going to pull up the 24-hour chart and point that out to you guys. So up here in blue, we have the 52-week highs, the yearly highs, and we have strong excess. Like, look at this move right in here. We just touched and go'd, and this was corresponding to the all-time high right in here. So if we look at the 24-hour chart, this does still look like balance, and the balance area high on the 24-hour chart is up here, and it has not been tested. So that's something that I like to see. If we do break it, there's likely going to be a lot of stops up in this area. So this is going to be a key area we want to watch going forward. So back to today, let's get back to today's price action. So going into the day of today, I thought that we had a potential to break out of balance. And the reason I thought we had the potential for a break was because we did have the crude inventory number. We have had an extended balance. So I thought maybe this could be the catalyst for a move outside of balance. And that's actually not what we got today. So what we got today, starting with the open, we opened up and chopped, and this is likely activity that we would expect considering we had the crude inventory number, because institutions, hedge funds, large traders, they're not really trading before that number, so they're waiting for that number to be released. So it's unlikely that we see the market get directional before that number. It has happened, but it's very rare. So this is kind of the activity we would expect, especially since we're opening up in the middle of balance. We'd expect this kind of chopping activity. Now, crude inventory comes out, we push into the balance area high, and we strongly exhaust into that high, and then sellers come in and push price back down. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, it looks like the buyers aren't that strong. And then I seen this large buy volume come in here. So you can't really see it on this chart, but on the swing chart, this swing up in here, we actually put in the largest volume of any swing of the day. That includes the crude inventory number. So I know on this 5-minute chart, it looks like we see huge volume here, but there was a couple of swings in here, and this swing actually put in more volume than that. So that tipped me off to, okay, maybe the buyers can still be in control. We moved up, we came back to test where the large swing came in, and I seen absorption. So at this point, I'm like, beautiful. We see a large buy swing come in larger than the crude inventory number. Now we got absorption. We may still break. Then we pulled up a little bit and came back to retest. We've seen a sweep. So what a sweep is just usually when we come and we clear some stops. So this happens a lot in crude oil or a lot of markets that are more volatile. And what a sweep is, I call it a sweep because I imagine just a broom sweeping back and forth, back and forth. It's just clearing up some stops. You sweep down, you sweep the other day, sweep the other way. If we sweep and there's more new business to be had in there, meaning more sellers are coming on, then there won't be a sweep. It'll continue to fall down. So the fact that we sweep tells me there's no more selling to be done under this low. So we sweep back in, buyers come in, everything's looking good to the buy side, but we're just chopping, grinding higher. So at this point, I didn't think we would really take out the high, but one thing to note is that we did trade to the balance area high. Expectation is to move to the balance area low. We did not do that. Buyers were coming in multiple times in here, so we wouldn't just sit in our position and hold to the other side with this information. And now that we didn't rotate, I'm leaning more to the buy side. So this level in here, as we can see, we did break it, and it wasn't like we just cascaded higher, because we've already cleared some stops up from the other session, last session yesterday. So that's one thing I don't like about this balance area. Now, I did talk about the yearly highs that we have up in here above the 7180 zone in blue. So that's going to be the key area we want to watch going forward in the days to come. We want to watch how are we reacting with this. We could see sellers come in again because we do have a strong excess high, but we could also see a break. So when we see a break from this area, if we get a nice clean break, we could cause a trend out of that area. So that's something to note going forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this market recap video. If you guys did enjoy it, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this and get this content out with a lot of traders who could benefit from this content. Best of luck with your trading, and I'll see you in the next video.